Affirmation Station, Affirmation Station. What's today's affirmation? Welcome to Affirmation Station. My name is Charente Carr of JCLV21, where I joyously coach life victory. And today, I am the conductor on this here train, where we learn how to maintain our mind, our body, and spirit before departing to our next destination. This stop has transfers to the best day ever on Platform 2, or the worst day ever on Platform 3. Choose wisely on how you're going to perceive your day on today. Like every show, I'll be walking you through 4 exercises to kickstart or invigorate your day with your mind at peace, your soul feeling loved, and your body feeling right. This show is live recorded on the Wisdom app between the times of 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The Wisdom app is available on iOS App Store and Google Play Store for the Android. This is an audio app with amazing mentors that pour in wisdom every day of the hour, and you can always join as a guest. Join this community because it's free, and you can also get some mentoring. Why not? Why not? So for today, for this recording, I'm excited for this episode, okay? And it's because we're going to be focusing on taking control of your life by project managing your way to success. You will understand what I mean by this when we actually get to the topic section. Because like, Charente, that sounds like more work than I want to do. Hear me out, though. Doing the work, what I'm going to explain a little bit later, for me has set up my life to a point where I can actually now be stress-free because everything is managed. I know what's going on. And if something should quote-unquote fall, not everything falls because I have contingencies everywhere. Okay, cool. Now that I explained that, I got to let you know how this show goes so you can follow along. Let me give you the sounds so that you know what abounds on this ground, okay? If you hear this first sound, this ding dong means we have been admitted, aka we're beginning the exercise. And if you hear this sound, this ding dong ding just simply means we're moving on to the next exercise. Okay, we're done. Mission completion, if you will. Success, victory, whatever you want to name it, that is that sound, okay? And now that we know what these are, we're going to go ahead and head to the pre-workout. I love this pre-workout because I personally get to wake up too while we're both doing this, because I like moving and doing these exercises with you as much as I can, okay? Because it's fun to interact with this. So the pre-workout is where we ease some energy that has been stagnant, wake it up, shake it up a little bit more. And how we do this is by shaking our hands. I know, right? Just shaking your hands. Yeah. So go ahead and put your hands out in front of you and start shaking them from side to side. You hear this? This is me shaking them from side to side. Shaking it, shake it, shake it. Just don't break it. Keep shaking your hands. Keep shaking your hands. Keep shaking them up and down. Swing them around. Rotate them back around. Swing them back around. Keep shaking them. Keep shaking them. If you have arms up like I do, I'm just going to call myself out. Let that shake too, okay? Shake it all up on both sides. Now stop. Exercise completed. And now we're going to head to exercise number 1 for, some fun. This first exercise is called Say It and Claim It. This is all about speaking words of affirmation. So if you're feeling down, remember it is okay to frown. Just remember to speak yourself back up by saying, I love you, or saying some compliments to uplift yourself, because why not? You deserve it. Here are the instructions. Say these affirmations with me inside of that mind with that beautiful imagination of yours, or say this out loud with that beautiful voice of yours. If you want maximum benefit, say these in your front camera or in front of a mirror, because you deserve to see yourself picking yourself back up, because you are amazing. So go ahead and do that maximum benefit. I tell you, it works wonders on your self-esteem. At least it did for me. So now all that simply being said, it's time to repeat after me to keep you free. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I am open to hearing from my higher self. My gifts are safe to use and they will help others. My words are in alignment with my best self. I love myself. I trust myself. I honor myself. I value myself. Every day and in every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day and in every way, my life gets better and better. My success is inevitable. I am walking in victory. You can stop repeating after me. Yeah. I love it so much. Here's the thing. I love affirmations because they just make me feel good in my soul. And right now, let's see here. We're going to be going to exercise number 2. So things are not through. Why am I rhyming? Because why not? Just why not? Yeah. Okay. Exercise number 2 coming through. This exercise is called the breeze of breathing. This is where we focus on our life force, our chi, our prana, if you will. Breathing is a natural thing that our body does without us even asking. Today, we're going to consciously breathe because it allows us to energize our body, focus our mind, and tap into our inner light that powers us up to say, hey, I'm here. I'm alive. Okay, that part of us, the innate. Here are the instructions for this exercise. There are 4 sets, so listen out to how your body is currently in its position. If you're laying down, this first set of instructions is for you, baby boo. Feel the support of the surface beneath you. Relax your shoulders and close those eyes. And if you want to, you can tense your entire body for 10 seconds and release it and get a deeper relaxation, if that's what you're looking for. There you go. Help you out a little bit. If you're currently driving, this next set of instruction is for you. Move your booty from side to side. Get comfortable in the ride. Sit up straight, relax your shoulders, and keep your eyes open. Safety is muy importante. Very, very important. Okay? If you are not driving and you are sitting down, this next set is for you. Move your booty from side to side to get comfortable in your seat. Plant your feet on the ground, sit up straight, relax your shoulders, and go ahead and close those eyes for better focus. And if you need to, just keep your eyes open. Whatever is easier and works best for you. And the last set is if you're currently standing up or you're walking, okay? Stand up straight and relax your shoulders and keep your eyes open. Simple, right? Just simple. And we believe in safety over here. There's only one disclaimer before I even tell you what exercise and technique we're going to be doing today. Or actually 2 disclaimers. And those are, if you're starting to feel lightheaded while we're doing this exercise, please soften and slow your approach or just simply stop. And if you are pregnant or you think you're pregnant, don't hold your breath, just breathe slow and follow along. Now today, we're going to be doing the 4-7-8 technique, and it goes a little something like this. It begins by us inhaling through our nose for 4 counts, holding for 7 counts, and exhaling through our mouth for 8 counts. 4, 7, 8. Okay. I will be helping you along the way, so you don't have to remember what each one is. I got you. That's why I instruct, is to help you with this. Okay. So now that you know what it is and how we do it, we're going to go ahead and get started. In the nose, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 7. Oops. And out. 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And go back into your regular breathing. We're not so focused. Exercise completed. Even with that little woohoo moment, okay? You gotta love it. And I will say this is sometimes that be happening. Sometimes the count's off, but no, the best intentions are there. Okay. So exercise number 3, coming through with some veracity. What we got here? Ooh, we are at Tap It In. This is the exercise where we'll be doing the emotional freedom technique, also known as EFT tapping, which is an alternative therapy for anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, chronic pain, fibromyalgia, weight loss, and many, many other conditions. Okay. To me, this technique is pairing 2 of the 5 forms of love that you can learn about through the love languages from Gary Chapman, because we're pairing physical touch with words of affirmation that just really make you feel all that love energy in you. Okay. At least that's how I felt. And I hope this helps you too. So before we even get started, I am going to let you know that we're going to be doing 4 taps. I repeat, 4 taps, and they're going to be tapping on the thumb, the index, the middle, and then locking it in with the Tarzan tap. Yes, the yeah, that one. I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm excited. Okay, I only got 1 disclaimer. I repeat, 1 disclaimer. This exercise is not recommended if you're currently driving or operating heavy machinery. We do not recommend that you try to do the taps. We only recommend that you say the affirmations along with us. No matter if you are in good health, pregnant, or experiencing illness, be gentle with the taps on your body and or your face. Back to our regularly scheduled show. So here are the instructions for this exercise before I even explain to you the why behind the what. And it is, you got to accept what you're feeling like right now. Whatever it may be, whatever emotion you're currently experiencing in your body and your mind, feel it, acknowledge it. Your feelings are simply a part of your alert system. They are the coloring of your life, if you will. They are the background music of your life, if you will. So we're going to accept them, because when we take the time to accept, we can transform. But if we don't have the awareness, how can we transform? So I already feel it. You accepted your emotions. So now let me give you the rest of these instructions. The affirmations we're going to be using are from Say It and Claim It, and I will walk you through those. And in addition to that, I'll also be walking you through when to pause repeating after me, stop repeating after me, when to switch your taps up, and all the in-betweens. So let me give you what the taps are, why we do them, and how we do them. The first tap we're going to be doing is tapping on the thumb. The reason why we do this is because it dissolves negative thinking, judgment, self-righteousness, grief, and loss. And this allows acceptance of self and others, healing from loss, and the ability to see the positives in life. How we do this tap is to literally just tap on your thumb on that patty part that if you were doing a fingerprint and you'll be pressing it down, that part right there. It's the part literally opposite to where your nail is right there. That little fleshy part, that's the part I want you to tap. This is going to be the part that you're going to be tapping on all of these fingers, which is your thumb, your index, and your middle. Okay. So that we can just get through the whys of the other one. Okay. Fleshy part. Cool. You did it. I feel like you did it. We're going to move on. Let's talk about the index finger, also known as the pointer finger. The reason why we are tapping on this area is because it dissolves the difficulty of forgiving yourself and letting go of past hurts, which allows self-forgiveness, releasing the past, and being more joyful and peaceful in the present. Okay. How we do this tap is literally just on that pointer finger, tap it on that here on the opposite part of where your nail is. Just tap it on that point with your other finger. That's it. That's all. Moving on. For your middle finger, and you're like, well, we're flipping people off. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. The reason why we're even touching this finger is because it dissolves anxiety and sexuality issues, which allows bonding, relaxation, generosity, acceptance of self and others, as well as trust. Okay. So how to do this is, like I said, on your middle finger, on the opposite side of where your nail is, I want you to tap on that part right there. The last tap we're going to be doing is the thymus tap, also known as the Tarzan tap. The reason why we tap on this point is a couple of reasons. One, it activates that point, which balances the immune system because it's sending white blood cells to the areas of your body that you don't even know that your body is fighting. Okay, so that means it's going to help you with your physical health. In addition to that, it also anchors in all the new balance and alignment from the tapping round with the thumb, the index, and the middle finger. Okay, so we have to do something to lock that in, and that is that tap. How to do that tap, you can go ahead and put your hand into a fist if you want to. I'm going to keep reminding you, gentle, gentle, gentle. And you'll go up to where your chest is and not up where your collarbone is, about 4 fingers down. That area right that separates between your breast area. I want you to tap on that bone right there. You can tap with a couple of fingers, or you can literally do like more of a knocking on you, or you can rub that area if that is too much stimulation in that area. Whatever works best for you, that's what I want you to do. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started with tapping on the thumb, and go ahead and repeat after me. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Pause repeating after me. Switch to tapping on the index finger, also known as the pointer. Resume repeating after me. I am open to hearing from my higher self. My gifts are safe to use and they will help others. My gifts, let's backtrack that. Don't repeat what I just said. My words are in alignment with my best self. Pause repeating after me. Switch to tapping on the middle finger. Resume repeating after me. I love myself. I trust myself. I honor myself. I value myself. Pause repeating after me. Switch to tapping on the thymus, also known as the Tarzan point. Every day and in every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day and in every way, my life gets better and better. My success is inevitable. I am walking in victory now. Stop repeating after me and stop tapping on your thymus. Exercise completed. We're moving on to the last exercise of the day to go to the topic of the day. Ooh, exciting. This last exercise is called venting gratitude. This is where we vent to gratitude for whatever it is that we want to appreciate and uplift in our lives. The instructions are simple for this one. Just start out by saying thank you and then list whatever it is that you're thankful for. We do this in a rampage style, so that simply means that we keep going in on whatever it is that you're grateful for until the exercise comes to a close. You will hear the mission completion, also known as, to let you know that we are stopping the rampage. So let's just go ahead and begin. Thank you, God, for this day. Thank you, God, for now. Thank you, God, for the Wisdom app. Thank you so much for all of the trees today and the greenery on my walk. Thank you, God, for the coolness and not the severe heat right now. Thank you so much for the soil. Thank you so much for the food that nourishes my body. Thank you so much for the supplements that I can afford. Thank you, God, for being able to afford stuff nowadays. Thank you, God, for those provisions. Thank you so much for my husband and him being a sounding board when I'm having moments. Thank you for helping me have that companionship. Thank you so much for Bandit and all the things that I learned from my little puppy on how to live life. And just thank you for people on the Wisdom app. Thank you so much for helping me express my voice in a way that I really, really like. Thank you so much for also helping me to not judge myself so harshly. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Exercise completed. Yeah. Now that we've taken the time to show ourselves some loves, it's time to celebrate because we all great. Yeah. Let me give you this round of applause right quick. Woo-hoo. Yeah. You always deserve a round of applause. And if you are currently listening to the Wisdom app, or you're on a platform that is not the Wisdom app, but you want to come to the Wisdom app, it's free. And two is that there is a person by the name Cecilia Grace who does the Kudos to You show where you get to celebrate your wins on a daily basis. If I'm not mistaken, that's at 8 p.m. Eastern time. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I would just say come to the Wisdom app and follow Cecilia Grace, okay? And you will always be able to know because your notifications are on and it will ping you when she goes live. Can't forget to celebrate yourself on a daily basis. So I see that there's a guest in the queue and I'm going to bring them up and then we're going to continue with exercise number 1. Bringing to the stage Coolio D. Jones.
Hello, my sister. How you doing today? How you doing,
good.
bestie?
How are you, sunshine?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you. Actually, I just come up to say thank you for last night. Really appreciate that. And that's mainly it. To just say thank you. I can't say much because you guys handle the floor very. I truly appreciate it, and I'm glad I'm now part of it. So
yes,
thank you.
We're going to get you to 1,000 followers so you can join next time. Okay, that's what we're going to work on. That's the next thing because TikTok has a barrier to entry. You can't go live until you have 1,000 followers, and I'm like, okay, we can figure this out.
Yes, exactly, and I appreciate that. And I know when I had Andrea said that too, but the time I had it, it was kind of not that much time for me to be there. So I was like, well, I'll still show up. It's my presence is still important, regardless if I'm up with you guys or just on the background. So, and then when you do the shout out, I was truly touched, and that encouraged me to even be there more. So thank you for that.
You're absolutely welcome. Absolutely. Just so you guys know what he's talking about, Andrea Raquel for AITM, Andrea in the Morning. She put together where Wisdomers went on to TikTok if they had ability to be on TikTok live. And we just had a conversation, told the people about the Wisdom app, what it's about, our favorite thing about it. And we just had a really good conversation. And so that's what he refers to.
Yes, exactly. The conversation mainly to do with us here, Wisdomers. So we're impacting wisdom in how we can expand. It's pretty much an expansion. So from wisdom to TikTok to all the platforms that many of you are at. So yes, Thank you again, my sister, and I truly appreciate. Oh, by the way, I'm going to message you about the other stuff that we've been discussing.
I hear you.
And
I got you.
yes, so yeah, cool. I appreciate you. Keep doing. And I see someone else is there. Let them come up. Love you always, and love everyone that's showing up. Thank you.
Thank you, Coolio, and thank you for all that you do and just being the amazing person that you are. I love D Jones. He's an amazing individual. Follow him, definitely. If you're listening to this on the replays on the podcast streaming platforms, I will make sure that you know how to follow him on the Instagram and the TikTok to help him build his following so he too can be on TikTok Live if he should want to, because that's always a choice, okay? So thank you, D Jones, for coming up. Now let's get into the topic of the day. Oh, snap, I'm about to go way too fast. I forgot we have added some sound effects to today. You're like, what, Charente? We're pausing already? Yeah, because we didn't listen to our intro. Let's do our intro. Now we could talk about our topic of the day, because I forgot we're adding an intro into this, because why not dance your way into a topic? It's a thing. At least it's a thing over here. We're going to be talking about how to take control of your life through project managing your way to success. Specifically, I'm going to talk to you about what this is, how does this apply to you, how does it apply to others, and then in addition to that, I will be talking about, how do I say this? What are some resources that you can utilize? Okay. I'm talking about this from a place of I am technically not a project manager per having a certification saying that I can do project management, such as Scrum or Agile or anything like that, professionally speaking. But because of always doing if I do this, then experiments in my mind and then trying stuff out, I got to this place where I didn't realize that I was project managing myself, though. And what I mean by that is when you're thinking about the life cycle of a project, it starts with an idea. From idea does configuration, as in getting things set up and ready before you can do the testing. Then you test it out and you can present it to other people if you're doing like showing something to other people, or you can just test it out and see if it works for you or not. After you evaluate it, you can roll that out, okay, into it being what you use all the time. But you have to try it first before you can say, oh, this is the thing I want to be using all the time. But it starts with an idea. Okay, that's project management 101 right there. I just took you through a complete process lifestyle right quick. Okay, high level. So when we're thinking about project management, it mainly comes down to two things: the utilization of our time and our resources. And how do we maximize our potential while balancing our physical, mental, and personal life? That's not even include professional or anything like that, because there's a lot that makes up you. So when I say I do things as project management, I'm talking about, hey, I'm going to look at myself as a holistic person. And each of these areas of my life, what do I actually want? Sometimes that change can be an immediate change. Sometimes that change is going to take about a month of trial and errors and testing and seeing what I really like. Sometimes that can take years. Everything is different when it comes to every single person. Okay, it really all depends on the change that you're trying to do. Project management is just simply a way of saying, we're going to test out some changes and see what changes we really want to stick to us, because this is how I want to live my life. That's the easiest way I can describe that. So when you first have to do project management, you have to organize by evaluating. So let me give you an example of that. For when it comes to, okay, Okay, perfect. I had to think about one of my goals. So for one of my goals, I wanted to open my own business one day. I've been wanting to open my business since I was 8 years old. I have the vision since I was 10 years old of really what I really want to do. And so that has been my goal this entire time. That is my main lofty goal. How the heck did I project manage my way to actually opening the business? Well, what I did is that when I first got a job, I evaluated, okay, this is the job that I have. Do I like this current job that I'm in? What aspects do I like? What aspects do I not like? Those aspects I don't like, actually, I don't want to stay in this career path because I have to do more of those aspects than I want to actually do. So let me go ahead and do a career shift. Went from nanny to sales associate. From sales associate, went into doing customer service. Went from customer service and doing transportation and logistics to working for Google with virtual reality and going to different schools, to pivoting to going into work for MGM Resorts International, where I was a talent acquisition specialist too, but I was actually doing workday consulting and doing project management there and helping them with their ER, their LR, which is labor relations, employee relations, and really being an HR generalist. Okay. To then going and having to pause and go to Clear Company, which is a technology company where I had to learn more about empathy when it comes to customers and how to build websites and do JSON and API and all those little techie terms, okay? To then going to a government company where I'm just testing the system, to now where I'm currently at, where I project manage and do all of this while owning my own company. Okay, so it started with an idea when I was 12 years old. To me, taking the time to do the configuration work, which was I needed to get my health in order first before I could even think about how am I going to build a business. I knew that if I did not have my health, I could not build a business and it can last. So I worked on my health first. After that part of the change was done, I realized now I can go into the professional world. Now I'm going to try some things in this professional world to see what I really like versus what I really don't. And at each of these places, I'm going to learn as much as I can learn before I move to the next place. After that, okay, I went through hey, do I like this change? Is this what I want to do for my business? To, I don't like that. I'm going to pivot. I'm going to reconfigure. I'm going to test some more things out. Now I'm going to launch this. Now I have the company that I have where I help people when it comes to creating their business, whether they're an entrepreneur or they're doing a startup, because I understand how to do it because I worked from the inside to me now being on the outside. Okay. I really hope I'm explaining it into a way that makes sense because it makes sense to me, but you really can never know when you're explaining stuff like, is this landing? Is this not landing? So I'm just going to keep talking. Did I add timelines to my stuff? Because everyone's doing this like, do SMART goals, do SMART goals, do SMART. I don't do SMART goals when it comes to my actual life. And when I say that, I don't make it measurable. And I dang sure do not try to make it realistic. I try to go all out there because I hear, why not have the best life ever? Why not dream big now? So I'm not realistic. Okay, I'm really not. And I'm fine not being realistic because that's me. That's my personality. I'm going to go big or go home. Okay. And when it comes to setting your goals, you can go big. When I was 12 years old, having a business when I was super sick and all that stuff made no sense to me, but I still did it. And I'll even say this, I'm going to add a different layer of that. Even when I was at my sickest, I still was selling candy. Okay. I had a candy selling business in high school and it was lucrative enough that I was able to help my mom pay for some of her medications. Okay. Before I got super, super sick and I just had to drop it because I was here. You don't get high on your own supply and you're like, what, Charente? You don't consume all your products like that, especially if they're like tangible like that. Because when I did that, I put my body in a worse situation because then my body went into more stress. Okay, so that's what I mean by that. And there's always pivots. And that's okay. But know what everything that you want to do in your life is and say, I want to do all these things. And tell yourself every single day, I'm just going to get 1% better than how I was yesterday. 1%, because that 1% is, think about if you do 1% better every single day, that's 365% better by the end of the year, because you're getting better 1% every day. So if you think about it from that, you can really have the best life ever. And I will say this, project management is also a way to also have really good boundaries too. And it can teach you boundaries of, while I'm doing this part of the process, these are my boundaries. When I'm testing, these are my boundaries where I have to be a little bit more strict, especially if I want to be doing, you are trying to lose weight and you're deciding to do exercise, but people keep trying to intrude upon your normal exercise time and they're not taking it a priority. But they get mad at you because of the fact that you are doing what you're doing. You have to not acquiesce to what they want. You have to stay to, I'm doing this because it's for my health. It's for me. It's for me. This is one of my goals and I'm going to stick to it. Doesn't matter what they have to say about it. I'm going to hold myself firm to me loving myself and me doing this exercise to lose the weight that I want to lose in spite of what they have to say. That's what I mean by when you're doing project management, you're going to have boundaries. And you're going to have to know how to exercise it in a very healthy way, where you're not cussing nobody out. You just shouldn't have to cuss nobody out. But if that's all they receive, you do what you got to do with communication. No judgment here. Okay. And then I will say this. Lastly, is when it comes to resources, you don't have to have much in order to have a great life. You don't. Happiness comes from inside of you. It comes from what you do to cultivate it. It comes from your perspective. And it also, I will even say this, is that the life that you want to live is already happening inside of you in your imagination. Now it's time to bring it to the outside, not just what's on the inside. Okay. And you can do that by setting out your goals, being unrealistic as much as you want to be, because if you want to be here, you can be realistic if it's coming to actually you working for another business. But if it comes to your life and you're like, well, I want to live in Alaska because that has been my dream, but I live in Florida and I currently don't have enough. I have barely enough to make rent every single week, but I want to live in Alaska. That is not being, that is technically to some people being unrealistic. How can you do that? You can't even move right now. You don't have the money to move. But you never know. You may get a friend in Alaska and they say, you know what? You can just come down and live out here. I have this, and this that you can work on if you want to make some income. It can still happen now. So be unrealistic, especially to your inner critic. Be unrealistic and have the goals that you want to have. Do your testing. Do your research, do your development, and then do your execution. And if you like the change after you do the execution, continue with that change. But if you don't like it, you have the opportunity to change it anytime that you want to. That was today's topic of the day. Quick, high level, how to take control of your life, okay, and project manage your way to success. If you would like a little bit of help in what I was actually saying and actually getting a concrete written down, I would love to be able to assist you. Head over to jclv21.com and schedule a free consultation with me. It's, if I'm not mistaken, it's 30 to 45 minutes, and I will give you gold during that time for you to then go mine some more of your gold, because I love being able to help other people out. So go ahead and schedule a free consultation with me. And don't forget that if you want to listen to Affirmation Station and you're currently on Wisdom and you're like, I want to listen on other streaming platforms, head over to affirmationstation.wordpress.com and go ahead and click listen to podcast, and it will take you to where you can listen to this podcast at. Okay. And don't forget to follow and connect with me on any of your social media. Okay. I'm generally there. Follow me at Charente Carr, which is CHARENTECARR. I post daily affirmations and questions of the day, as well as, hey bestie, how you doing today? Tip of the day. Those are the videos that I post, so go ahead and follow me. I would love to have awesome engagement and conversations with you, okay? Especially about what other content you would love to see presented or hear presented. Oh, snap, cracker pot, this train gotta go to the next stop. I'm not saying you gotta get out of bed. I'm not giving you clearance offer because I am not your manager. I do not have the authority, but I am saying that we're moving on to the next destination. I want to thank you so much for listening and riding with me to Affirmation Station. You may now exit the train and head to your destination. Remember, there are transfer lines available to the best day ever on platform 2 or the worst day ever on platform 3. Choose wisely on how you are going to see your day on today, okay? I just want to thank you so very much for being here. And I will catch you guys back here on the Wisdom app for the next live recording of Affirmation Station on Tuesday between the start times of 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Pacific. We're going to be talking about how do you jot your way to a better memory. And I get to explain the story of how I lost my memories for 14 years and how I started getting them back to having a really good memory now. I would love to. I'm going to give you some of my little wisdoms, okay? I love you to infinity and beyond. I hope you have a fantabulous day. Ta-ta for now. Affirmation Station, Affirmation Station. What's today's affirmation? Ta-ta. Thank you so much for listening to this new episode of Affirmation Station Show. Remember to rate and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast streaming platform. Be sure to give me a follow or DM me on Instagram at Charente Carr your key takeaways and your thoughts on this episode and what future topics I should cover. That's all for now. Until next time, see you.